But let me start off by sharing a story with you. So you can understand my love, all right, for workforce development. So this, remember I said the bricks, this building to me is why I wanted to do the bricks in the background, because this is where I was raised. This is a place called the Pioneer Homes Projects in the city of Syracuse, New York. That's my hometown. And so, grew up there. My family all lived there. Both of my grandmothers were there. My cousins were there. Matter of fact, I had other family members who lived in a project on the other side of that big black building that's there. And so that was our world, that space. In my family, you had literally like 100% middle school dropout rate. Nobody pretty much made it past the 8th grade. So this was our world. This was our world. But something happened when I was around 5 years old. There was a workforce development group in the city of Syracuse that decided that the Pioneer Homes projects was not off limits. A lot of people stayed away from it because of the perception of violence and crime. I lived there for years and nothing ever happened to me or anybody in my family. It's just things happened, but it wasn't widespread throughout the community. And but people had that perception, so they didn't go in. And so, but this group said, no, we have job development, we have GED programs, and we can't use them. We all have college degrees. We got to go places and tell people about this. So they just start going through the community, knocking on doors and giving out their information, and happened to knock on our doors. A lot of the people in the community said no. My mother said yes. And that was the beginning of a shift in our lives that changed our lives forever. She got involved with this program, this adult GED program, and she worked hard, and many times it was a challenge, but she hung in there. Now, you all know this, especially like with TANF clients, temporary assistance for needy family or work-ready clients. Sometimes they show up and then sometimes they don't. In the chat feature, talk to me. Is that the truth? I mean, I'm not once like I'm making this up because I work with this industry a lot. Sometimes they're there, and then sometimes you may miss a few that slip through the. Yeah, there you go, Peggy. You know what I'm talking about, right? And my mother was right in that category. So one day she had, there you go, the complete thing. You all know what I'm talking about. You in the space, so you know what I'm talking about. And so my mother was one of them. And so one time she had missed 3 days, and the gentleman, this is really powerful. It shows powerful leadership. The gentleman that was over the entire thing, you know what I mean? There you go. Shows up. Yeah, that's right, Tyler. Yep. Showed up at our house, and he knocked on our door. And I'll remember this as a kid. I remember it. He knocked on our door. Okay. And he said, Connie, my mother's name is Connie. You see those 2 boys over there? And she said, yes. He said, they are going to do what you do. If you don't make the change now, this is their reality. And do you want this to be their reality? My mother loved her 2 sons, single mom, doing the best she can. And she said, no, I don't want this to be our reality. He said, just stay with us. You're so close to the finish line. Just don't quit. And she cried, and that care made her work harder to find childcare, and she made it through. And I'm proud to say my mom was the first person in our family's history to graduate with a high school diploma. She got her GED. All right. And for all my ladies that are part of this presentation, I got to say something that's like lady centric. She not only got her she got her GED, she was also named the class valedictorian. Now that's not the lady centric part, because that could be man or female. But ladies, listen to this. She gave her class valedictorian speech in a full-length leather suit. A leather suit. Now, that's normally not a big deal, but here's the deal. It was in the month of June. So it's like 900 degrees out. My mom got a leather suit on. That's right, Tyler. And so being linguistically sound as I was as a little boy, I looked up on stage and I said, Mom, you sure do look hot up there. And she looked at me, she said, I know, baby. She said, I know, baby. I said, no, Mom, not that kind of hot, because it's 90 degrees out and you got a leather suit on. All right. And she looked at me, she said, boy, one day you're going to use that mouth to make a difference. That was prophetic too. So anyway, from there, they worked with her a little bit more. And my friends, a miracle happened. She ended up getting a job with a company by the name of Allegheny Airlines, which became U.S. That's it, Victoria. That's right. It became U.S. Air Incorporated, which is now American Airlines. My friends, we went from abject poverty to now traveling all over the United States for free. Because when your parent works for the airlines, guess what? You don't pay a dime. That job changed my life's perspective. I said, I'm going to go on and get a college degree. I'm going to take it to the next level. See, it changed my life when my mom landed that job. It made me realize I could do more. You see, it made me realize I can do something with my life. This is why I love workforce development. I'm a beneficiary.